G'day, Ben from Melbourne here. And today, as I'm always late to the party, but all the cool kids turn up late to the party, it's the nerds and the dorks who come early. Gonna do a thread for a celebration or a challenge. All of those things for 1 year anniversary for Richard's Vinyl Taphouse channel, which I'll put the details below. For that, what he wants you to do is to choose between 3 and 5 records that you have purchased which have been influenced by other channels in the VC. So, pretty easy shit. Let's get into it. Now, I just want to warn all of you people who usually watch my channel. It's not going to be any Australian stuff, so just a warning. So turn off now if you want to see, if you don't want to be exposed to the rest of the world and all that scary shit out there. All right, let's start. Speaking of scary shit, not really. Great guy. Americana Sam, that's right, Sam St. John, recommended an absolute banger to me, which it took me until I got to Japan to find this one. I found their most recent record over here, but not this one, Chime School. Friggin' awesome if you love your jingle jangle, power pop influence stuff. I think Sam comes at it more from a Birdsian, slightly countryish style. I probably come more from, your indie jingle janglers like Teenage Fan Club, the Lars, all that kind of thing. But this just brings it all together beautifully is what I'm trying to say. Great record. And if I can recommend one to you, Sam, is a band called Laughing. Oh, Jingle Jangle City. And let's just stay with Sam for a moment. Although I know this band, the Lemon Twigs, he was the one who got me determined to get one of the Twig brothers, Brian Diodario's solo record, Till the Morning. Sounds like what it looks like. It's like a indie AOR influenced record. Great songwriting. Like half of this has got like Lemon Twigs people on it. Anyway, if you don't know them, check them out. And if you've never seen them live, get ready for a power pop party, baby. Right, so that's Americana Sam. Next up, I want to talk about the great Sean from the vinyl Dreamscape. This guy gets out there in the outer fringes of music and the obscure corners and the little bits in between, which I'm referring to some of his specials on some of the better known people like Iggy Pop and his Stooges period and solo period, where he looked at those periods in between the well-known records and talked about like the songs which were coming out, what happened to them, where they ended up, good comps you can find them on and all that sort of thing. And he also like gets out there and although I know this band and love them, I never had these albums, and he showed both of them and it encouraged me to get these. And this is nothing like Iggy Pop. This is Cabaret Voltaire. Some awesome like industrial electronic shit. I've had the 12-inch for Nag 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 for years and years, and I've got a few other 12-inches which why do I bring these things up when it's not at the front of mind of what the other stuff is, but I've got a few of their things. But this one, the Covenant, the Sword, and the Arm of the Lord. No fucking around on that. And the other one, which he showed, was Microphonies. Really good stuff if you dig that kind of 80s industrial electronic sound. Check out Sean's channel. Great stuff. Love the man because he's also puts it out there politically and calls a spade, and, you know, isn't going to have the wool pulled over his eyes. I really admire the things that he's talking about there. And if you're going to whinge and go, well, I don't like political stuff, you're a fucking idiot, because everything's political, whether you like it or not. Okay, on to other things. This record, according to Vinyl Richie, is taking the VC by storm! Yes. And it's one I would never have known about. I've shown it already on my Japan finds, and that was thanks to Jack at the Vinyl Voyage, and that's the great psych pop record by Billy Nichols called Would You Believe? And it truly is a great psych pop lost. You have like those lost masterpieces, and some, when you find them or they reissue them or whatever, and you're kind of like, yeah, it's all right. It's got some good songs. It's got a bit of shit on it, but this is a great record front to back. Thank you, Vinyl Voyage. If I haven't already said it, all these people are going to have the details put below, so you can click on the link, watch their videos, subscribe to them, all that stuff. They all deserve a bazillion subscribers. Like, they're the sort of numbers that MGK Boston is dealing with, which I'm nowhere near that yet, but speak to him. He'll know what it's like to live in that rarefied air. Anyway, this next one's a little bit different. This is for 2 channels because they've been collaborating. And that is Dom from Seeking the Thread and Jonas from Vinyl Stockholm. I think I got that right. And they've done so far 2 great videos featuring all of the great Flying Nun stuff. And that's sort of been an inspiration to me because these 2 concentrate more on the 80s stuff. And yeah, there's the obvious bands, and then there's like some more obscure stuff, which I'm now being inspired to really hunt down. So it's got me into that again. You know, I have picked up a few things before and since then, but it sparked the interest again, which is really cool. All things Flying Nun are great, of course. Those 2 are big fans of the Tall Dwarfs. Here's a few more Tall Dwarfs EPs and what have you. And this one, although not on Flying Nun, it is in the ballpark because it does have the great Chris Knox and Toy Love. So yeah, it's really inspired me to get back into the Flying Nun label, listening to what I got, but also trying to plug those holes and find those, you know, 7 inches and 12-inch EPs and all of that stuff, because a lot of those bands, a lot of the Flying Nun stuff, especially in the 80s, it only appeared on 7 inches and EPs and very rarely on albums. So it's good to get that stuff. I know there's some compilations about it as well, which put all that stuff together. But yeah, the originals are great because of, like, as those 2 talk about, the artwork as well, and the packaging of those early Flying Nun records is fantastic. I'll leave a link below to their series that they're doing. Hopefully they're in about 9 up to 86, 87. Interesting to see what they do next so they get together, because I think both of them say like their cutoff is about 1990. They didn't delve too much into the other stuff. All right, now we're going to get punk as fuck. And who else but MiddleLifeCrisisRants with the great Joaquim. And he's also inspired me to up my punk game again. Again, like, maybe these are things he might not have shown, but these have definitely made me buy more punk records lately. Like some older things, some kind of older things, and keep up with the new shit. So like in that vein, you know, the Sham 69 record, which I'd never owned, and I just got their second one. as well from Japan. The Exploited, just little gaps which I'd never had. Bands like MIA, another awesome one. Newer stuff like the Curlies. That guy looks familiar, doesn't he? Circulators. Oh, this is a fucking shed burner, baby. You'll all dig that if you like your punk. Love this. People complained about that David Bowie The Next Day record. Check this out. Citric Dummies is what they're called. Love it. Even the back. And then like a few 90s ones. Like, remember this band, Black Eye, on Discord? And of course the mighty, sort of punk noise, Unsane. Nice album cover. Don't show that to your gran. So that's 5, but I also want to give special mention to some of the superstars in the VC who have really influenced me. And the first one is that bloke, Mike Carlson, who masquerades as Steve Carlson on his channel. Now, if you want to know why he's called Mike, feel free to go over to his channel, get into the comments and ask what that's all about, and he'll be only too happy to give you a very detailed answer and response of why Mike is Steve Carlson on his channel when he's really Mike. Anyway, he loves people with golden, beautiful voices, like the sound of angels, and he will agree this is a stunner. He got me into Roland S. Howard. I thought he was just an amazing guitarist, but this boy's got all the notes, and Steve Carlson / Mike in real life loves it. And next I want to also thank the great Gary from Physical Format Jazz and Hip Hop. Got me right into a lot of jazz. He gets really out there with his jazz, and this is one of those ones. This was a bit scary, but Big Gazza dropped me a line, said, "Stick with it, son. The penny will drop. I know it's a bit skronky and noisy," and he said he would like defriend me and unsub me if I didn't get into some Ornette Coleman. Challenging shit, but Gazza's always up for a challenge. And last of all, Embryonic Country Robot. The amount of country records. I could have just done a whole video on all of the country stuff that Country Brian has introduced me to. He's a big fan. Not just myself, but also MGK Boston have been beneficiaries of his extreme country knowledge. And, I always associated Willie Nelson with the record Stardust that my parents had. But Country Embryonic Brian was like, no, get deep, get into the red-headed stranger. What can I say? He knows his country. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Richard's Vinyl Taphouse, and good luck with another year, 20 years, Richard, however long you want to do this shit. But seriously, well done, mate. And jump on board, everybody, and have a go at this one, because if everybody is spending too much fucking money now because of the VC. Catch you in the next one.